Howdy folks, how are you today? It is colder than a witch's titties out Tuesday because it is currently 26 degrees with feels like 19 going on. So yeah, it is colder than cold, and it's the coldest day of the year so far. I can tell you that much right now. I've got the warm gear on. I got the Arctic stuff on, and if not, I've been freezing. Well, I'm gonna be freezing. It is 2:30 right now, and I figured I'm gonna be running all night long because they want me to do some extra stuff, and I got 4 loads, and then I gotta grab a load once I get over the ramp and take it over to the drop yard, then spin around and grab a load, empty trailer from the Pappas, and come back here twice. Then I got a whirlpool over to Finley to grab, and by the time I get, you know, running later tonight, it's gonna be late, dark, and cold. So I figured I'd just, you know, deuce it up. I've got this is like a trench coat, and this is an Arctic coat, and it's super. Bought it because it had a nice hood on it, but it also has this nice neck liner that goes up and keeps everything from getting the back of your neck. And I put on these, I got the pants on today. I have bibs that are just like this, but I put the pants on, and I got my warm boots on because it could be freezing in here later, which it shouldn't be, because I took care of one air gap that I talked about before this morning, but I know I've got other ones, so you know, it's what it is. I just want to stay warm and not have to worry about being cold and pissed. I'd rather be hot and sweat than cold and wet, I can tell you that much right now, any day of the week. So that's what's going on with me. Just waiting over here to line. I don't know if I said I think it's 2:30 right now, about time I'm leaving the house, but since I gotta do extra stuff, my buddy Caleb texted me, the one that drives that 35982 Short Hood Pete, and sent me a picture of what the ramp looked like. Apparently there's only one X-gate working to go in, and he was all the way at the back when you first pull in. When you turn that corner, and there was just a line of trucks, people sitting off to the right, you know, doing their stuff, trying to get the reservations and everything set to where they could go in. But I just said, man, it's about shift change too. I don't know how long it had been like that, because Cooter called and was talking about something earlier, and he never said anything about it, so I don't know if it just happened or what, but I just said, man, it's about shift change. Wendy's gonna have a long night if this is how it's gonna be, and so am I, and hopefully I can get everything I need to get done, and we'll get some of those guys that are going to be going home earlier flushed out, so I don't have to deal with it, because I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to sit for an hour wait to get in there. That's a waste of money in my eyes. I won't be able to make any money on what today I could have made money, because what I'll do is I'll make an extra $150 for going over there. For taking that trailer down the road 6 miles, I'll make $50. For bobtailing around the corner to get that empty, I'll make $50. So there's $100 I'm going to make within an hour. So that's what I'm talking about, good money. But I'm getting ready to come in here and check and grab my paperwork, so maybe we'll bring you back and we'll do some POV. I don't know, you're probably sick of the POV, but maybe we'll just do some other stuff and talk about some shit, because it's the time of the year where it's cold enough. This is where the lockjaws and that grease gets real stiff, and you got to be careful. And I had bought a bottle of WD-40, but I freaking forgot to grab it out of the garage, so I think I got some lube in there though, just in case I need it or somebody else needs it for the lockjaws or something sticks. I don't know, but we'll be back, I'm sure. You know what time it is? We doing it. messaged Caleb and I said, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, the whole system's down. You can only use the SSK. That's where you enter the stuff manually, which is fine. Occasionally I'll use that when, you know, they're having issues with the system or people have got to sit there and call. I'll just go through the SSK, you know, especially if they're trying to leave and you can't get through and you got to call in every time. That's kind of a pain in the butt. And it sounds like it's, who knows what's going on, but just got an email from the dispatcher saying that their systems are down too. So they can't dispatch you loads for tomorrow for anybody, so. And I told her, she texted me earlier and asked if I'd work, and I said, yeah, whatever you need, so. Which it'll be warmer and nicer. Well, I don't know about nicer, but it'll be warmer, at least the temperature's gonna be up. It's supposed to be like 57 next week sometime, so I mean this is going to be probably the coldest day of the month, I would think, because I did watch the Weather Channel. I seen something on my phone about how the temperatures were going to be warmer for December, and we probably wouldn't get any snow, but you know, the other night when I drove through, that's about the only kind of stuff we'll probably be getting for now, which I'm fine if it holds off until middle of January. I don't even care. But like, I'm prepared to work in the stuff, obviously, as you know, I showed you and I talked about. So I'm ready to deal with the elements, whatever they throw at me. But a few things that won't drive in: sleeting rain, freezing rain, freezing fog. I mean, I've done it before, but I try not to. If the road freezes over, I'm not even getting my truck on. I don't even care. If it's super like inches of snow, I'll sit at home because I don't really care. I'd rather sit at home and, you know, not have an accident or something like that because somebody else don't know what to do, because when it does get super nasty out, I go so slow that I piss people off. So, which I'd rather be safe than sorry in those type of situations. A lot of people are in a hurry regardless of what time it is or how the weather conditions are, and it's just, it's sad. It's sad, you know. I'd rather be late than be in the ditch somewhere and not show up at all. That's never good for anybody or any party they're involved with. Yeah, we're just trucking along here. Probably gonna end up getting held up over here and screw my night all up. So it'll be a late one probably. Which, if I wouldn't have had to deal with this crap, it wouldn't have been so bad. It would have been like a normal night. I'd probably get home around midnight. So hopefully I can get all my loads in to the ramp by midnight. I don't have any problems, but I'll just do what I can. And if I gotta fall off the last one, I gotta fall off the last one. But it really only takes, you know, less than an hour to get over there and get back to the ramp. So if I can be grabbing a trailer to go to Whirlpool by 10:30ish, I should be okay. Worst case scenario, I'll tell them what I'll do is I'll grab the load, take it to the drop lot, which is kind of pointless to do because somebody's still going to have to drag it into the ramp from the drop lot. So it's one of them toss-up situations, I guess. And this thing, man, the brakes or the tandems were frozen on this because it must have got dragged over there when it was raining, and of course they were all the way back. So I went to try to slide them forward and shit was froze up. Had to get that wheel chalk out and use that. That way I didn't, you know, I can slide them back because I don't want to have to run these tandems slid all the way back 41,440 pounds or something like that, and I have like 38,000 on my drive. So especially in this kind of, you know, this cold weather, I'd rather not. I mean, if I have to, I will. It's not something I want to do, though. Cooter called, said somebody was mentioning about they must have got a chassis that I dropped that didn't have any brakes, and I just said, well, it happens, dude. You don't really tell. You can't tell until it's loaded if it's got brakes or not, because when you're pulling something empty, you can't tell if that's grabbing or not. The truck's going to slow that stuff down. It's not like it really, you know, matters. So, and I just told them, I said, well, I pull everybody else's shit out so they can pull my shit out. It's one of the reasons why I don't work on first shift, because I don't want to have to deal with all the crybabies that bellyache about everything. I just deal with the situation. I mean, I don't know how many times in the last couple of weeks I've hooked up to a trailer first thing that I didn't take was had no brakes on it. I couldn't slide the tandems whatsoever, so I had to run the thing back without them slid. Well, you'll have that with old crotchety guys dealing with cold weather. You get all fickly when their pecker gets shriveled up. Start getting grouchy, crotchety about stuff that's really not that big of a deal. I mean, you've been doing it for how many years? Just deal with it. Besides, not everything you're going to get is going to be perfect coming out of a place like this, regardless of how good the chassis looks. That's certain, because I get decent looking chassis that don't have no brakes, and it's, you know, not my job to slide under there and tighten them up. Like I said, I don't know until there's, you know, a load in there if they ain't got brakes or not until I try to stop. Sorry about your luck. Don't pull it next time, that's all I say. Put that shit there, get a different load. That's all I do if it's that big of a deal. Not just go, take your time, drive careful, and hope for the best. That's all you can do. About to get off here because I'm going to run on my battery dead blabbing while I'm trucking, because who knows what we're going to get into once we get over the ramp, and if it's really backed up, we'll be able to get some of that. So we'll see. Well, there you have it, folks. I'm sitting out on the road.
I'm not playing with you today, man.
Because this is so backed up, and
Well, you better quit.
Jesus Christ, man, I'm gonna have to turn this down because these guys are having a heyday, and some jackass keeps on hitting his mic like a dumbass. So I just may have shut the thing off completely. Jesus Christ, who knows how long I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, you better quit that.
So this was not gonna be fun today.
Shit, I don't got a big radio like that. Me neither.
I had to drive past here, and God, this is gonna be ridiculous. Drive past here, go down to this next new building's parking lot, and where they drive in at. Luckily, they put let's turn this fucker off. They put you know, where you can pull up on side of the road. They put some lanes in, extra lanes and stuff, so I was able to go and whip around to get in line, because there ain't no way I'd have been sitting on that side. Somebody's gonna let me in front of them, because everybody's probably in a bad mood and not very happy right now because of this BS, what they got to deal with. You know, if this is pushing people's days back, it's just going to be even worse for me. Not cool. But there's some attitudes. Attitudes. I'm just going to creep up like this. And, see what he's doing. See the fuck he's going around. Said he ain't waiting on nobody today. Oh, maybe they're opening up. This line's moving all right. We just pulled out, or we just pulled up, and now it's moving again, so. I'm just gonna sit here and wait, people. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, he just stopped right here. Maybe he popped his airline off. I don't know what he's doing, but he just stopped right here. And well, it looks like he's got some issues, but I'm just gonna sit here because, well, I try to help this other guy out when he needs to go, but he's just blocking traffic. Boy, is it just a mess today. You know, you got him. He's gonna take off and go. We'll see him. Yep, there he goes. fuck it, I'm going too. Yeah, these guys are about ruthless and relentless. I can tell you that much right now. Here comes another one. And another one. Hopefully your angle's good right there. Come on, what the fuck are you waiting on? Oh, that semi's about to eat that truck. Oh my God, what are you doing? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, he's coming. My buddy Caleb, he don't care, he's coming. There it goes. Oh, I can get off the road. This is great. Great news, folks. At least I'm over some too. Jesus Christ, these other guys that was sitting out here, they weren't even sitting over any. They were right in the lane still. So, yeah, he texted me. I hadn't even left the house yet. He texted me when I was standing in the kitchen. Just fired up the truck and was telling the wife about what was going on. So, this thing was running if I'm running down the road, it's staying at 190 temperature. And if I sit and idle, it'll drop down a little under 180. So we'll see. I'm gonna be here for a while. It's let's see, 341. I flipped my log over at 336. So I'll come back when I finally get out of here. Caleb texts me, he said, what a goddamn shit show. And boy, he ain't lying. He is not lying about anything. But I need to jump out real quick. I'll wait until I get up there farther. Probably jump between my truck and full 110 and or 10-100. And I gotta get this chassis number, because if I gotta enter everything manually, I'm just gonna have everything wrote on the paper. That way I can have it in front of me to be able to do it, because this is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Not how I wanted to deal with a Tuesday. A colder than a witch's titty Tuesday. That's what today is. So, good times, the struggle, man. I feel bad for anybody who has to go anywhere and wait. This is like going to a place and having to sit and wait to get unloaded, or wait to get loaded for 6 hours because they don't have the dock doors or anything like that. And it's just a freaking joke, man. And I gotta pull out with the load and go that way. Who knows how heavy it's gonna be, but I'll probably slide to tandem. She said it's a Costco load. Those are usually pretty light. I think those only usually weigh about 15 to maybe 25,000 pounds. So I'll slide to tandems and shit. And yeah, I don't know why you weren't pulling up farther before, dumb. Some of these guys, man. I pull my shit all the way up to somebody else's bumper, to the back of their, you know, their bumper, back of their trailer. That way I'd rather be tight and in there than have a truck link between you. Dumb, now I gotta sit here and roll back a little bit every time if I let those out. Probably should check them. There's times where I'll go drop and hook and not realize, and still have that tractor brake in and go to take off, and well, you know how that goes. Tear them up a little bit, so I might have to adjust them, but I don't plan on getting under anything today if I don't have to. Yeah, these guys are about ridiculous. I can see this line, and I'd show you, but there ain't no point. They are sitting and waiting forever to pull up instead of just pulling up. No common sense. Boy, hey, if I'd have known this was going to happen, I would have just stayed at home today too and drank, you know what I'm saying? I'll need a stiff one when I get home. Nice stiff mixture of Jim Beam and burners, because that's what I like to mix. Maybe I usually do 3 shots, maybe I'll have to go with 4. So I barely got any burners in there. We'll see though. Well, what a complete shit show and debacle when systems go down. I can tell you that much right now. I got been here since 3:30. It's now reading on 5:30, so that's I've been here for 2 hours. Got up through that SSK, went to go do it. It gave me an error, so I had to walk. I had to park, walk it all the way up to the office, go inside. There was already a line of 6 dudes in there, wait my turn, get up in there. Then I stand at the window for probably 15 minutes because something was going on with this load I'm getting. And for the $50 it's going to pay me to take it 6 miles, it's really not worth it at this point because, well, I probably could have came in here, dropped that trailer, bobtailed out, and just boogied. But instead, I'm fucking sitting around waiting on this, getting irritated. Tell me, dropping 133, go to 180, around there, we'll load you with it. I'm okay, right on. Go to 191, because that's where I found the best chassis. Crane operator pulls up on top of me and says, what are you getting, blah, blah, blah. I told him, he went down, looked for it, he come back, he said, what? And I told him again. Comes back and says, they moved the track, it's down, you have to move. So now I'm sitting here, who knows how long this crane operator is gonna take, or if he even knows what I need, or how long I'm gonna be here. So I'm just gonna call the office and tell him, ask him, make sure that he knows, because well, I've been here for 2 hours, and I ain't got time. And the line to get out is just ridiculous. You can't get in and you can't get out. There, you know, when I turn the corner to go around to bust the corner to go through the light situation, they're not even turning the corner from the main strip. So this is a fucking joke. I already told the dispatcher that I probably wouldn't be able to do everything because of what was going on. She said just let them know, and I thought, well, I'll do my best, but you know, this is the kind of stuff that makes me not want to work during the week and only run the weekends, because, well, on the weekends I usually don't have to deal with this stuff, and if I do, it doesn't seem to take this long. Yeah, there's 2 dudes sitting down there, so he's probably going to help them. I don't know if 3 can reach me or not. He's down there helping somebody right now. So this is ridiculous, disappointing, and yeah, this will be why I shut my freaking truck down for the rest of the year, because I'm just sitting here burning fuel and wasting time. Time is money. Time is money. But I mean, if I at least get the 2 other Coyotes done and pull this over there, I'm still making an extra 150 than what I would on a normal day. So anybody that's pulling in here and not getting that kind of extra loot is really getting screwed. So whatever. I'll have to make a phone call here in a second if number 3 don't come down here. I don't know if number 4 hollered over his radio or not, but I'll call. And I mean, I feel bad for the dudes in the office because there's 2 of them working there. One guy's manning the phone, the other guy's manning the office window. He's got a computer right there, and it's just fucking, it's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So we'll be back. I'm gonna start texting with James Pretty because he just asked me if I wanted to see something heavy, so we'll see what he's got to show me. Well, after 3 hours of that BS, I'm finally out of there, and I just popped over here to grab my empty from Papa's, and I can finally get back to my day and head back to Campbell's. But I gotta put the old creep glasses on because, well, I want to take my contacts out. I'll stick you right here, you can watch me. I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but yeah, I gotta get the old creep glasses on because you know, I don't want to wear these. Yellow glasses aren't bad if I forget my contacts, but or my contact case and my glasses. Sometimes I'll wear those all night, but I don't want to have to because I'd rather not. So let's get these contacts out. And I'll be honest with you, I'm really glad that I decided to wear these new pants and the Arctic gear because, boy, it's cold out. Baby, it's cold outside. And I had to stand outside for probably a while, walking back and forth, waiting on a crane since they moved, you know, the train moved down the track that had the container I needed, the load, to bring over here. And you know, that load, I paid $50 to bring it down here 6 miles. But I think it cost me probably 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, and it was not worth the money. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that happens. It's just how it seemed to work out today. But whatever, I'm at 3 hours, and I gotta slide these tandems real quick, get the thing slid. And by the time I get to you know, get done with it, I mean, it was a 200 and, oh my goodness, 200 and, I gotta sex the slog up. I've got to. There's no way I'm gonna be on duty that whole time. 3 hours. I'm just gonna put off duty for maybe 2 hours of it, and then I'll eat up an hour, because yeah, I don't need to be. Look at that thing. You see that? It's horrible. That is horrible. I'm gonna sex that up right now, just like this. Ready? Just like this. Boom. And we'll say we went off duty 15 minutes after we got there, because we should have. And now I can basically go the driving and whatever, I can do that, because, well, I can do it. So once I go kick that thing in, those pins in, North Baltimore, I'll be good to roll. Sorry about the rattlage here, but yeah, it's super cold out. Let's get the temperature real quick before I cut you out. In 6:42, I'm just getting ready to leave out of here, and we are at 24, feels like 19. So yeah, I'm glad I wore the stuff, because like I said, I had to wait on a crane. I knew I was gonna have to come over here a couple times, and you know, just getting in and out of the truck when it's cold ain't no fun. Ain't no fun. So at least I'm warm, and I can stand outside for as long as I need to and be cool. But walking in that office, man, that was like a sweatshop in there, because there was a bunch of dudes standing in there. It's just this little space for you to go in and deal with them, and they got the heat on, so you know, ain't nobody getting cold in that thing. Well, that's what it is. So I'll shall return, I guess, later, and I'll let you know what kind of hours we're working with for today. Even though it went off duty, you know what time we started, so I'll be able to add that up. So wish me luck. Well, folks, we did it. It is 11:48 right now, currently, and I just grabbed that Whirlpool, and now I'm dropping it. But I had to get creative, because I had to go over that Pappas yard twice and get those containers and take it back to the point. Well, I knew when I was bringing my first one back, there's no way in hell I'd have been running up there to get that one, go back there, grab it, run over here, and then go over there by midnight and make it back. So what I did was I grabbed my end of day trailer from here, because I dropped and I hooked, and it was just, you know, like a normal time when I'm coming in here, and it's super fast. So I was in and out of here within 15 minutes, and then I hauled ass back to Napoleon, grabbed that Coyote, and flew back over here. Dropped it, grabbed it empty, and ran over to Whirlpool real quick. So I got to go over to Pappas and get my empty, take it back to Napoleon, which I called the dispatchers and told them what was going on. That way they weren't like freaking out, you know, if they seen something come across their screen that they didn't know about. I don't want them all getting excited about something that's really not that big of a deal. It's just, if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have been able to make it back in here by midnight with this load, and I probably would have just told them I'm not going to run it, you know, because I doubt they would have wanted me to go pull it and run it over there. You know, regardless, I still would have had to come in here and get it empty. my end today, and there's no way I would have been able to do that. So I just figured I'd get creative and I'll do it. I knew it'd be on time crunch, but I figured I'd be able to do it. So I was talking to Kayla. He said, yeah, it's kind of fun doing it occasionally, you know, pushing it to the limit just for the thrill of it, but I don't want to deal with the stress. I don't like to do that shit. That's why I won't run 4 deployments during the week, because every time I do, something happens. And I get held up, and then next thing you know, I'm pushing barely to fucking get in here, and I can't deal with that shit. Plus, I'd rather not be in a truck that long. I gotta go down to 18 and drop, then we're bobtailing out of here. And there's a snow owl that hangs out around this freaking place, and he might be up on the pole. Yeah, he's up on the pole right now, it looks like, hanging out. I seen him a couple years ago, and I tried to take pictures with my phone, but my phone just wasn't good enough. Now, the new phone I got might be, and he's got wingspan like a motherfucker. I seen a bunch of people sitting on, yeah, there he is. I seen a bunch of people sitting on the side of the road one time, and they were all looking at him and taking pictures, and we are gonna park right in front of him. Oh my God, I hope you don't take off. That is the, well, that's actually, yeah, it is. That's the closest I've ever been able to get to him. And I'm just gonna turn my headlights off right now. That way I don't freak him out and blind him. Because if I can get a picture with my phone, I'd love to. And you only see him out in the wintertime. I seen him like maybe once or twice last year, and that was it. But the year before, I used to see him all the time. And this place is like a heaven for safe haven for animals. And you know, there's all kinds of geese. There's cranes. There is eagles that are hanging around here and stuff too. Yeah, I'll be able to take a nice picture when I get out. Right as soon as I get out. This will be perfect, as long as he don't take off. But and if I may crop something so I can put it on a channel, if I can get a good enough one. I honestly need a camera, that way I can get him and zoom in, because I could never get from my other cell phone any good pictures. They're always blurry. But with this new phone, I might be able to get something better. Back of the house, folks, when we get into our hours and stuff, because there ain't no way I'm going to be able to zoom you in and get you on it. But he's right in front of me here. And we'll try to stick you out the window or something. Listen, I don't want to be talking when I'm doing that. I want him to take off on me. He was up there earlier. I see him fly up there. And then he was down on the ground. I don't know if he was eating something or what. Right on that pole right there where that light's flashing red. If you look at that, he's right there. Boom. I'm gonna get out with my phone and take a picture real quick and see if I can get him. So I'll catch up with you later when I get back to the house, tell you my hours and stuff like that. Well, I'm back at the house, folks. It is Wednesday. Didn't come back yesterday because it was so cold last night. I just wanted to get inside. After a long day, I probably was in that truck close to 12 hours. You know, not always fun, but sometimes it happens and you just got to deal with the situation, do the best. I do need to get a camera, though. That way I can get some better photos of that snow owl, because that thing's just gorgeous. So hopefully you enjoyed yesterday. That's kind of stuff that can happen. You never know when. And apparently Amazon their website went down, and then that pretty much crashed everything. And that's why our system crashed, because of, you know, the stuff that was coming in and out from them and whatnot. So that always stinks, but that's not the first time it's happened. And I'm sure it'll happen again, but, you know, they got it up within probably 3 hours. So the rest of the night was smooth sailing. From there, it just was that beginning debacle that was kind of a mess, but, you know, it happens. So I just deal with it the best I can. It's not like anybody wants to have to deal with that. And, you know, I feel bad for the people inside that work there that have to take call after call after call and deal with pissed off truckers. But, you know, they do a good job over there at CSX dealing with the stuff when they have to. So that's always nice. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today. And, you know, we'll be back with some other stuff. Hopefully the weather's going to get warmer, so we might be able to do some other things. And, you know, be able to catch up with some other people that are out there, hopefully. But we'll see. You know, it's coming to the end of the year, so who knows what I'll run. I'll just run whenever they need me, pretty much, in my days on the weekend, weather permitting and stuff like that. So we'll see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until the next time, you know what we say: like, share, subscribe, comment, and we will see you.